the last time I request the audience of Block 5 and Block 6 to please occupy the vacant space at the back of the main pandal at the left-hand side. I'm very sure you all can hear the beats of the bhangra and the dhol. It means His Holiness is already here. And in a few more seconds, He will be here on the stage, making us all feel very blessed and biased. Indeed cannot wait to witness such a prominent personality in front of us, a dynamic leader for each and every person throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the most anticipated and most auspicious moment is finally here, as we have amongst us the legendary, the unparalleled, the most prominent spiritual leader of our times, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate, none other than His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a proud and privileged moment for Chandigarh University, as the most anticipated and auspicious moment is finally here. We have amongst us the legendary, the unparalleled, the most prominent spiritual leader of our times, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate, none other than His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. R.S. Baba, Honorable Senior Executive Vice President, Mr. D.P. Singh, and Honorable Senior Chartered Accountant, Mr. Sunil Gupta. Indeed, a proud moment for Chandigarh University and a pious moment for each and everyone present over here.
IP sir.
We are going to cherish the most of our lives now. A very, very warm welcome to His Holiness. Ladies and gentlemen, we seek for tranquility in one way or another. And how fortunate we are that on this very propitious occasion of 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Almighty heard our prayers. And look how blessed we are to be surrounded by the legend, who with profundity and simplicity has carried the luminous teachings to be every corner of the world, whose aura is already peaceful that the heart feels content. Mind is more than refreshed and soul is mesmerized. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Chandigarh University, it is my proud privilege and great honor to extend my ecstatic and euphoric welcome to the most influential and phenomenal personality, Honorable Nobel Laureate, the one and only His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. Your Holiness, all this day has already embellished with your propitious presence here today. But to make it more felicitous, we would like to commence the lamp lighting ceremony, which embarks as a universal symbol of truth, knowledge, understanding, and the prosperity of humanity in the entire world. So for the same, I request Honorable Chancellor, Sebastian Fountain and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. R.S. Baba, to kindly accompany His Holiness to enlighten us all by lighting the lamp of unity and prosperity. Lighting the lamp of strength, unity, and knowledge. The light which paves path for each and every individual on this world. The light which removes darkness and hindrances and shows us way to acquire each and every one of our aspirations in a way that everyone can benefit. It says that here, a moment that will not forget most of our lives now. A most auspicious and pious moment for all of us to have that legendary, His Holiness, 14th Dalai Lama. The most common spiritual leader, lighting the lamp
the Dalai Lama ji, Honorable Chancellor of the University, Ram Singh Saboo ji, Mr. Tenzin Atla, Secretary to His Holiness, His Excellency Mr. Abhimanyu Gehlot, IFS, His Excellency Mr. D.B. Bhutia from Ministry of Home Affairs, my colleagues, Mr. Gupta, Mr. D.P. Singh, Dr. B.S. Soni, other dignitaries, distinguished faculty members, my dear students. It's another historic day for Chandigarh University for a number of reasons. The most important being that we are getting the blessings of the Dalai Lama. His Holiness is coming to the campus, I am sure is going to do another milestone, another great source of inspiration and motivation for all of us to excel. We are also celebrating the 550th birth anniversary of the great Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak, who is a global apostle of peace, of humanity, of modern values. Friends, His Holiness is considered to be the incarnation of Avalokiteshvara, Bodhisattva of compassion, and he represents universal values. The word Dalai Lama actually forms from two words. Dalai means ocean, and big Lama is master. So we have amongst us a big master and a global spiritual leader. The thought process which His Holiness has been promoting, I have just a few quotes, His Holiness, and His Holiness says, there is no need for temples, malls or anything. Our own brain, our own heart is the biggest temple in this world. His Holiness, this resembles so much with the teachings of Guru Nanak, that we have to search our own heart, we have to search our own soul. And His Holiness also says, a good heart is a source of all happiness. You conquer your own mind, your own heart, and you are the happiest person on earth. His Holiness, this also goes as much with the teachings of the great Master Guru Nanak. His Holiness further says, we must transform our thoughts and behavior on a daily basis. My dear students, these are the teachings which will take you anywhere in the world. The distractions are so many, the provocations are so many, the instigations are so many, and so many kind of temptations. Therefore, His Holiness says, we must transform our thoughts and behavior on a daily basis to keep yourself on the track. His Holiness became the Dalai Lama in a formal manner on January 26, 1940, and he became eventually assumed full temporal critical duties on 17 November 1950 at a very young age of 15 years only. And he has shared his thoughts on a variety of subjects, from science to philosophy to spiritualism, of which of course he is a master. And he has been talking about welfare of Tibetans in particular, environment, economics, women's rights, non-violence, interfaith dialogue, physics, astronomy, Buddhism and science, cognitive neuroscience, reproductive health, and sexuality, along with various topics of Mahayana and Vajrayana, the Buddhist teachings. He was conferred the coveted Nobel Peace Prize in 1989. My dear friends, the Time magazine named him one of the children of Mahatma Gandhi and his spiritual fire to non-violence. My dear students, we have amongst us a man so tall, His Holiness, that in possesses the compassion of the whole universe. His teachings, his blessings, his love for the mankind is unparalleled. He is a true global spiritual leader. Your Excellency, Holiness, we are not only privileged but greatly honored to have you amongst our congregation. And we believe that your blessings are going to take us far, far, and far to the stream of knowledge. We believe in inculcating values. I shared, my students, I shared with His Holiness that we also share those values which His Holiness is also teaching. The value of human dignity, the value of empathy, the value of humility, and the value of giving. Holiness, your blessings, I am sure are going to make us more and more capable of implementing all these things. Once again, it's very, very hearty welcome on behalf of all my students, everyone present here, inside and outside of class. Very honored. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, who isn't aware of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and his awakening teachings, which have paved the path of not just those who believe, but bliss, connect hope, even those of happiness. And on this joyful day, we are obliged and filled with astonishment by getting this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of awakening the realization that somewhere within us there does exist a Supreme Self which is eternally at peace. By the words of wisdom of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama. His Holiness has delivered innumerable lectures all around the world, including Harvard, and has mesmerized the Western world with his dynamic and distinctive thoughts as the most prominent spiritual leader of our times. And how blessed and gracious we all are at this very pious moment, as His Holiness will be addressing all of us with his esteemed and worthy words. So, Your Holiness, I request you to kindly embrace and enlighten us all with your profound and inspiring words and teachings on the topic secular ethics in modern education in the context of Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
Respected elder brothers and sisters, and rest of younger brothers and sisters. I always start my talk to use the word brothers, sisters. I feel actually 7 billion human beings on this planet is actually our brothers and sisters. I really should try to promote deeper understanding. 7 billion human beings is the same human being mentally, emotionally, physically, we are same. And the most important, everyone wants happy life. And everyone has the right to achieve happiness life, happy life. And then, more important, now many scientists they say basic human nature is more compassionate because we are social animal. Any social animal is the the sense of community is there. Without that, individual social element cannot survive. So with that emotional level, mental level, you see, sometimes also the empathy, a sense of concern for the whole community. That is not necessarily come of religious teaching by nature. We have that and some good quality. So I usually tell you, all major religions on this planet, religion of human being. So human being, you see, very much based on compassion, loving kindness. Therefore, all religion of human being carry the real message is the message of love. So, in philosophy field, there is differences. But that's simply a different method. Main aim is all carry the message of love. So therefore, the loving kindness, when our life starts, and we also consider the status. We all human beings. We all come from our mother. I don't think when you born, you disappear. Otherwise, we all use the same way we born. We all used to survive with mother's tremendous education. So our life starts that way. And basic human nature is more compassionate. So now we should pay more attention about these basic human values. Now, sometimes you see existing modern education very much oriented about material value, not to pay much attention about our inner human value. That's very important. So, this modern education comes from the West. In this country, many individuals like British. So they have no idea how to tackle our emotion. Now, in this country, over 3,000 years, already developed a sense of concern of our inner being, inner value. So the concept of ahimsa, before Buddha, before Mahavira, already developed concept of ahimsa. And ahimsa often became very much based on karuna, so logically, person who can care about others, then there is no possibility to harm them. So non-violence, action level, non-violence, Karuna. This is India's 3,000-year-old message or tradition. So then, Mahavira and Buddha come and follow that tradition. And then Mahavira, both Buddha, I think, make effort to promote the concept of ahimsa and karuna, and particularly Buddha. He himself, see, firstly, you see, left the small kingdoms family and then remained in remote area. And then he practiced meditation, existing sort of tradition of India. Then eventually, you see, he became Buddha, enlightened. So he taught us certain the complicated philosophy. So in philosophical field, Buddha made, I think, a lot of contribution. So as soon as Buddha enlightened, he expressed, now I found certain sort of philosophical sort of concept. But this moment is a public day, was mentioned, it won't get much help. So he preferred remain silent. Then next 40 days, completely remain silence. So that's the because you see, Buddha found or developed a certain philosophical view that's not common with people, so he remained silent. So then, therefore, this country, India, Bharat, we usually call Arya Bhumi, land of Arya. Aryan too sort of mean some sort of racial word. One Aryan means people who have deeper understanding, deeper realization. That we call Arya. So this land usually called land of Arya. Aryan. So in any way, now today's world, in spite many material development, economic development, with modern education, technology, science, these things, but as far as inner world is concerned, today's world truly inner peace. A lot of jealousy, a lot of anger, fear. So now, materialistic education not adequate to deal these inner problems. Now here, the India's tradition, mainly message of Karuna and Ahimsa, it is truly, I think, the message which is very much relevant to today's world. So now, I am 84-year-old, so now I realize, now India's 1,000-year-old tradition, how to tackle our And that also, according to Indian tradition, secularly, not based on religion. So that I really believe world need that secularly. So religious belief is personal, private matter. But the peace of mind and how protect it when irritation comes, when anger comes, how protect these things is as an academic subject. So world need these 1,000-year-old India's knowledge. I'm a student of Indian tradition. Since the 8th century, the Tibetan king, Zen. See, he inspired a very close link with Chinese princess. I think his own mother was Chinese princess. Had a very close link with Chinese Buddhists. But he decided Buddhism should bring to Tibet directly from Nalanda tradition. So at that time, he invited the top master at that time of Nalanda, that's Chandigarh. So Chandigarh's own age, according to some Indian historian, they say over 70-year-old person. But he accepted. So he came to Tibet. And then he introduced Buddhism according to Nalanda tradition. So there is Pali tradition, Sanskrit tradition, Nalanda Sanskrit tradition. The difference is Pali tradition very much based on Buddha's own quotation. The Nalanda tradition extensively used investigation, logical approach. Chandigarh himself, great logician and philosopher. So he introduced to Tibet the Nalanda tradition. So we extensively use logic. So whenever we heard or saw something, the immediate reaction is, why? God said, yes. We always, investigate or interest. What is the reason? Even Buddha says something. Investigate. Why did Buddha thought that? When we, through investigation, when we found some sort of contradictions, then Buddha's own word, with respect, we reject Buddha's own word. That's Nalanda tradition. Like Nagarjuna, Buddha Chandrakirti, all these Nalanda masters investigate, make distinction. This Buddha's teaching we can literally accept. This teaching we cannot accept. Because we emphasize more on reason rather than faith. Buddha himself, as he told us, all my followers, bhikshus, scholars should not accept my teaching out of faith, out of devotion, but rather thorough investigation. So in any way, since Buddhism, according to Nalanda tradition, you see, introduced by Chandigarh, 8th century. So we follow. I think very sincerely, faithfully, over 1,000 years. all this knowledge. So I usually describe myself. So when you introduce great leader or some reincarnation of our Lokacara, these are me personally feel nonsense. Realistically speaking, I am a human being, I am a Tibetan, a Buddhist, a student of Nalanda tradition. At least, you see, at least I think 13 years I studied as usual. When I carry study, there's no exception as a Dalai Lama. No. It's my teacher, my tutor, always keep on me, to threaten me. So we, as normal monk students in these big monastic institutions, I study. So our lay study is a root text learned by heart. And then commentary. These root texts wrote by many Nalanda masters. And then commentary. Many commentary, again Nalanda masters of the commentary. Then of course Tibetan commentary wrote by Tibetan also there.
कैमरे वाली
So now, in this country, because the basic concept of ahimsa, one example, Guru Nanak. Truly, I think, sort of also they show the compassion and ahimsa, with that the religious harmony. His family background Hindu, but he took pilgrimage to Mecca. That shows non-sectarian and religious harmony. Wonderful, really wonderful. Then I think the blessing of Guru Nanak, I think among the Sadaji, almost no beggar, hardworking in the Punjab state. Oh, I think really hardworking. So religious minded, at the same time, not lazy, work hard. I think that's very good. So, and this, now you see the one special kasota. Period also the memory about Guru Nanak. Wonderful. You see, these, I think, not only just a memory about like Guru Nanak and those great Indian sort of spiritual leaders. So we should follow their advice in our day-to-day life, should implement. That very important. So I think I feel now the most part, major sort of portion of my life spent in this country. And then also I am longest guest of Indian government. So I really feel India is a great nation. These knowledge, you can make significant contribution for well-being of 7 billion human beings. So wherever I go, I always talk about the secular ethics on the basis of scientific finding. So 7 billion human beings, different religious faith, and some people, no faith, okay, still human brothers, sisters, but they also want peace of mind. So India's way, secular way to keep peace of mind is wonderful. So therefore, wherever I go, I always talk these things. So I myself consider messenger of ancient Indian thought. And then I also have sort of keen interest about science. And last almost 40 years, I have serious discussion with many scientists, mainly 4 fields: cosmology, the neurobiology, then philosophy, or physics, particularly quantum physics. When I discuss with a quantum physicist, so it seems we know better. Because one, you see, the great Indian nuclear physicist, nuclear physicist Rajaramana later told me, quantum physics in the West, something new. In this country, over 2,000 years already, develop these concepts. It is very true. So, as we say, student of ancient Indian thought, so when I discuss with scientists about quantum physics, of course I respect, but in one side of my mind I feel, oh, I know better. And then psychology. Oh, ancient Indian psychology. Really wonderful, very sophisticated. So sometimes, if may I say so, when I discuss with Western psychologists, then their sort of understanding about human mind seems like kindergarten level. The ancient Indian sort of psychology, Indian sort of knowledge about mind, about emotion, how to tackle these, really highly developed. So compare that, existing Western psychology looks like kindergarten level. So there is a real sort of rooms to further develop. So as a result of a meeting with scientists, number of scientists really showing interest about ancient Indian psychology. And then the physics, as particularly the quantum physics. So in Indian tradition, quantum physics utilize to antidote about our destructive emotion, such as anger and extreme attachment. Because, you see, attachment, anger, these very much based on appearances. So the way to tackle these things, if we understand the deeper reality, things does not exist as appears. Deeper level is something different. Now quantum physics, you say that at least you see material external thing does not exist as appears. All depend on observer. So that's exactly a Nalanda tradition. Nagarjuna clearly mentioned that. And the purpose, when negative emotion develop, we very much grasping something independent exists as appears. Oh. So the understanding nothing exists as appears in deeper level, different reality, then you see the intensity of the destructive emotion, they automatically reduce. So here I want to share with you now many years, you see, discussion and experiment. My conclusion is all destructive emotion such as anger, jealousy, all these very much related with ignorance. Ignorance means, you see, so they accept the reality as appears. So all destructive emotion based on ignorance. So no logic. Then positive emotion such as compassion, loving kindness, all these, you see, very sound basis. More think, more conviction come. The destructive emotion, short period very strong, but think more, then no solid basis. For example, loving kindness, think more. They also want peace and happiness. We are social animal. I must pay their sort of happiness, respect their happiness, not harming them. Ahimsa, karuna. And then, so there's plenty of reasons. So thinking more, so year by year, of the strength of compassion, karuna, increasing, because sound basis. Anger, all certain way, anger come. You see, you burst shouting, and even if some glass was crushed. But if you feel the next 1 day, 2 days, then you feel shy. And today's your enemy, you feel very angry. But eventually that person, very possible, become best friend of you. So therefore, like anger, jealousy, these no profound basis. Oh, just emotion. So there is a real possibility transform society. Too much anger, too much jealousy, too much fear can reduce, because there is no sort of logical basis. Other hand, compassion. With compassion, forgiveness. These are very sound basis. Then also many emotions, destructive emotions such as anger, jealousy, these fear, these very much related with self-centered attitude, me, that. For that, altruism, we are social animal, respect all the community, that, you see, thinking automatically reduce the self-centered attitude. So therefore, you see, human brain, marvelous. This brain properly utilized, reasoning, investigation, then our brain intelligence combine warm-heartedness. Then your life, firstly, your mind become very peaceful mind. And then through that way, you see, you really become as a friend of the whole society. Okay. So, they're selfish. Selfish, they are taking care of yourself. But that selfish should be wise selfish rather than foolish selfish. Think just you. That's foolish. So, we are a social animal. In order to fulfill your own interest, take care about other. Make more friends, then you get the benefit. Okay, so wise selfish is much better than foolish selfish. Okay, like that. So now in this respect, education, like this university, I think a great potential to open people's mind, or not only in order to achieve happy human society, happy world, not only material thing, but also, you see, inner worlds, peace, and combination of wisdom and warm-heartedness, these two things, combination. Now, in India, over 1,000 years, this tradition there. Now, simply you pay more attention, then, like Guru Nanak, oh, wonderful, wonderful. So, this country, and Buddha also India, great thinkers, all are Indian. So therefore, this country, of course, over 1 billion population. China also is over a billion population. So China, traditionally Buddhist country, many Chinese people, wherever they live, some Buddhist temple there. So the India is the land of Buddha, as Prime Minister mentioned. So I think this is the beginning of the 21st century. I think through our effort, mainly through education, not a puja, but through education, I think the remaining this 21st century belongs to the people of that country. So, in war, ancient time war, under one person's order. So that's very much related with feudal system. Now feudal system gone. I think the soldier, each soldier, they love their own life. I don't think they without sort of what's the order ask each soldier, I don't think they're willing to sacrifice their own life. Just order. So therefore, very sort of what's the event of war, killing each other, that's I think very much related with feudal system. Then another point now here, I want to, as I briefly mentioned, like Guru Nanak, non-sectarian, and respect all religion, that now one India's, so I say, there's also greatest contribution for world, to the world, the conflict in the name of religion also now there, unfortunately. All religion, in spite of different philosophy, all carry, as I mentioned earlier, same message of love. Then, in the name of different religion, killing. Now, for example, in Afghanistan or Syria, this area, Shia and Sunni killing each other. Unthinkable. So, in Burma, Buddhist and Muslim, some problem. So these are really unthinkable. So India also have the responsibility to promote religious harmony. So in this country, religious harmony really there. Few occasions some problem. That's I think, if may I say so, due to politicians. Otherwise, people's level, I think religious harmony over 1,000 years there. Now this must show world different religion can live together and mutual respect and mutual learning So my number one commitment is I'm a human being. So human being need human compassion. We are compassionate nature. Now through education, we should pay more attention about this inner value. Through that way, I believe 7 billion human beings, if we start in education, some sort of education about our inner value and compassion, these things, I think the later part of 21st century can be more compassionate world, more peaceful world. Then my second commitment, I am Buddhist, the Nalanda sort of student. So my second commitment is promotion of religious harmony. So I always feel India is the example. Religious harmony is very possible over 1,000 years. So my second commitment is promotion of religious harmony. The third my sort of commitment is I am Tibetan. So Tibetan people, around 6 to 7 million Tibetan, they trusted me. So I have the responsibility. But regarding political matter, since 2001, I totally retired. Now my main sort of commitment regarding Tibet is firstly, pay more attention about Tibetan delicate environment. Then most important is Tibetan rich knowledge from Nalanda. I think now Nalanda knowledge available only among Tibetan, no other country. So this Tibetan, our knowledge is truly the precious knowledge for entire humanity. Therefore, you see, we must pay more attention to our knowledge which our ancestors Indian knowledge in modern India. So now, here, the young students, our life, when I met old people, then sometimes I feel, you go first or me go first. When I sort of met young people, then you are the generation of future. So you are, I think, future in some extent in your hand. So these negative things, international level and also within India, such as caste system and huge gap, rich and poor. So these negative things, you see, we should make effort to change these things. So younger generation, if you pay more attention and make effort now, the remaining century, I think, could be more sort of more peaceful, more equal society. Firstly, caste system. I think the one aspect of feudal system. So now that gone. So you all the Indian, same right. The caste system is outdated. I'm thinking seriously, the religious leader here should have special responsibility to make clear caste system is outdated. Very important. I think in the Sadaji community, no caste system.
No caste.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So therefore, you young Indian, now you have, I think, a bright future. You must make effort to bring it, to grow bright future. Okay. So I am Buddhist. My daily meditation, including prayer, but I have not much faith to community level or world level. Prayer, not much effect. So action, karma, action, that's more important. Through action we can change. Just a prayer, doing nothing, I don't know. So that's all. Thank you. I'm great honor to have opportunity meeting with bright student and great university. And I think I may say blessing of Guru Nanak. I think anyway, the name of Guru Nanak and his example, I think a wonderful thing. This is non-sectarian and respect all religions, religious harmony, and India's 1,000-year-old message of ahimsa, karuna, these things, very important. Thank you.
Students have few questions. Students have few questions. One student.
Question? Yes, okay. Question. I like questions. How? Yesterday also I mentioned. Yes?
Good morning, His Highness. A very warm welcome from Chandigarh University. I am Manvi Sharma from CSE Department, and I would like to ask that according to recent news, His Holiness has been invited by Punjab University. So, according to you, what should we do to pay real homage to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, as His Highness has been invited by the Punjab University for the celebration of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 550th birthday celebration. So according to you, what should we do to pay real homage to Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji in true sense?
Karsa?
Guru Nanak, Punjab University, Guru Nanak
That's first thing. Karuna, ahimsa, and religious harmony. These are, I feel, Guru Nanak truly, will make example of 1,000-year-old India's tradition. So we should follow their example. Okay. Then, next question.
Good morning, His Holy.
Where?
Good morning, His Holiness. My name is Snober and I'm from Liberal Arts Department. So my question to you is that recently the government of India has met the long-standing demands of the people of the Ladakh region by providing them the UT status. So sir, what are your views on this decision, and do you think that this would help in promoting development in the Ladakh region?
I heard many Ladakis appreciate that. So, beyond that, I have no idea. That's for Ladakis business.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now, next question.
Last.
No, I think no hurry. Okay. Yes. Few more questions. Yes.
Good morning, His Holiness. My question is, what's your opinion about sustainable development since our environment getting degrading day by day for human needs? We are actually degrading human environment for the human needs. So what's your opinion about environment?
Kasa.
Sustainable development.
Ka.
인상 기타 포유도 가서 냠자 휴식한 것도
Ka.
sustainable development. 어디
When I was in Tibet, you see, I have no idea about importance or, taking care about ecology. After I came to India, then also visit some European countries, then you see, same water, people say this water too much because of polluted, you cannot drink. Then I realized, pollution, something very serious matter. And then also, you see, in Stockholm, in Sweden, in the center, one river, I was told, and some time back, no fish because too much pollution. Then the people, concerned people, take special pay attention. The factories also then pay special attention. Then gradually some fish appears. So we can do something. And then kasa choti, igan kasa nangatong, kasa ozone layer. One occasion, some scientists mentioned because we pay more attention, the damaging ozone layer reduce. So there is sort of the relation, our own sort of behavior about environment. So some factories too much use the coal, or these things now many scientists say are very harmful. So solar energy, wind energy, these things are now very important. So although basically global warming now decade by decade increasing, then finally whole sort of galaxies will burn. That is the nature process. But some sort of our way of life carelessly about environment, that also makes some contribution regarding shorten our world's life. So we should pay more attention about environment.
Thank you so much, Your Highness. This will be the last question we would be able to take for this interactive session. Yes, we have somebody in the front. Can we have the mic, please?
Microphone. Here.
In the front.
No. Wait. Microphone. Yes, two questions.
Hello, His Holiness. I'm a teacher.
So we will be taking his question first.
He's elder to me. Let him go ahead.
Kasa.
My question is, I have spent about 5 decades in teaching. I'm a teacher. Education cannot exist in isolation. With this atmosphere that you see in this country of great wisdom, when the politics is so aggressive, His Holiness, what's the way out for education? If he could suggest only one thing for the planners of education, what would you suggest? Only one thing. What's the way out of this toxic political atmosphere? Thank you.
Now, I already mentioned existing education, particularly in the West, not adequate. Education mainly oriented about material value. So now, materialistic society, they pay more attention about 5 sensorial level consciousness, not a mental level. So the problem, anger, these come from mental level, not sensorial level. So in order to bring peaceful mind, we must pay more attention about sixth mind, we usually call chit. Because anger, jealousy, these mainly in mental level, not sensorial level. So in the West, just sort of materialistic culture, materialistic life. So saying something nice, hearing something nice, these are something the kasoda. Also, in order to develop peaceful mind, just depend on sensorial level. This is not adequate. Now, in this country, ahimsa, karuna, related with sixth mind, not sensorial level. So, in order to bring inner peace, so we must deal with sixth mind. Obviously, when we seeing something nice, hearing something nice, meantime, very angry mind. So when we really deal with mind, anger, hatred, we must deal with sixth mind, main mind. There are different level of mind, grosser level. Now, this very moment, while 5 organs, mind of 5 organs is working, sixth mind, and I think more because the one level of sixth mind. Then dreaming, sleep. I think firstly, deep sleep, only sixth mind, no senses of organs. The sixth mind there, now deeper level, deep sleep. Then little sort of lighter, then dreams come. So there are different level of main mind. Then when we faint, the main mind further deeper. At the time of death, the deepest sort of sixth mind occur. So that is that makes connection with previous life. So some people clear memory about past life, not senses of organs. The brain, new life, new brain, so no connection. But sixth mind, more subtle level, the continuation of the mind. Without that, mind cannot develop. Therefore, the subtle level, most sort of this inner subtle level consciousness is the when dying, brain stop, the sixth mind, subtle level still there. So that make connection with next life or previous life, like that. So the explanation about those people who remember about past life, or people who remain, their body remain very fresh, but actually according to medical scientists, now brain already stopped. So the explanation, these things on the basis of innermost subtle mind. Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Holiness, for illuminating us with your words of knowledge
No,
and wisdom.
that one Sadaji. One question, yes.
His Holiness, with your blessings, I had the very happy occasion, very blissful occasion of going through your book, The Art of Dying and Living a Better Life, for which I profusely thank your Holiness and seek your blessings.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Today was indeed a day of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a day where we had the gracious moment of having amongst us the notable personage, His Excellency, the 14th Dalai Lama. We cannot express our gratitude in words. Therefore, on this occasion of 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Chandigarh University feels immensely elated to present the Global Spiritual Leader Award to Your Excellency, as a small token of gratitude and acknowledgement for your innumerable momentous contributions for maintaining the fundamental positive approach of peace and oneness of humanity throughout the entire world. For the same, I request our Honorable Chancellor, Sardar Satnam Singh Sandhu, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. R.S. Bawa, and other dignitaries to kindly present the award to His Holiness, please. Small token of gratitude from Chandigarh University, as we are immensely elated by his illuminating presence here today. The Global Spiritual Leader Award to His Highness for his magnificent contributions, making revolutionary changes throughout the world in the field of humanity and peace. Also, a small moment of respect from Chandigarh University, the portrait of Guru Nanak Dev Ji from Chandigarh University to His Highness, who paved the paths for humanity with his valuable actions and words throughout his life. And a portrait from the student fraternity of Chandigarh University, a handmade portrait by the student, the fine arts student, Akash Azad of our university. A small token of love and gratitude from the Chandigarh University. I'd like to let you all know that Chandigarh University, in its endeavor to help deserving students from financially constrained families to get higher education, has brought forward a scholarship entrance test program. So we would request His Holiness Dalai Lama to launch this Chandigarh University Scholarship Entrance Test Program, an initiative by Chandigarh University to help the students from backward families to attain higher education at affordable prices. Thank you so much. Now to conclude this miraculously blessed event of today, which has given us lifelong teachings, I would like to call upon the dais, Honorable Senior Executive Vice President, Mr. D.P. Singh, to give the concluding marks and present the vote of thanks, please.
Good morning to all of you. I am humbled to get this opportunity on behalf of Chandigarh University, all the students present here, on behalf of the management, on behalf of the Governing Council, Mr. Gupta is representing here, on behalf of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bava, and on behalf of our very dear, respected, Honorable Chancellor Sir Satnam Singh Sandhu, that His Holiness Dalai Lama Ji, a unifying force for millions, one of the most popular spiritual persons in this world, is here with us today. To all seated here, I have to say that his childlike smile, which I'm sure you have noticed, his childlike laughter, the halo of calmness are so endearing that one just wants to continue to look at him. The words spoken by him are one of the most respected and recognized moral voices on this planet. His reflection of the highest form of compassion, a symbol of tolerance, courage, wisdom, transformational thought, transcending all differences. His Holiness is a messenger of love, happiness, religion of humanity, karuna, ahimsa, and as he said, always a student having a curious mind. His message on Guru Nanak's secularism and respect for all religions is really embedded in our hearts, and it's a very strong message that this world needs to take over. I also take this opportunity to thank all those who have accompanied His Holiness and have worked closely with the Chandigarh University teams, guiding them on all the requirements to make this event and your presence a success. Thank you very much, sir.
With this, we've come to the end of this remarkable and magnificent session, which was indeed a historical moment for Chandigarh University and each and every one of us present here. The presence of His Holiness has illuminated and magnified each and every one of us present here. We cannot thank Him enough for coming here today and making us all feel so blessed to be a part of this interactive session. Indeed, one to look up to throughout our life. All these moments that we will be cherishing throughout our life. Indeed, one of the rare opportunities that we all got to catch the sight of His Holiness, the notable personage, indeed a spiritual leader, the prominent spiritual leader of the world. Cannot thank him enough for being here today. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for coming here today and enlightening us all with your presence.